Next presentation is by the Friends of the Library to the Sierra Vista Public Library. Thank you, gentlemen. And I'm going to let Mr. Gunkel take the lead here and do the introductions and presentation.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Mr. Mayor, ladies and gentlemen, about 9 years ago, a gentleman named Raymond Dunn came into the library and offered us a nice sum of money. After he passed away, we created with that amount of money the seed for what we now call the Raymond Dunn Foundation. And we invite members of the community and groups in the community who wish to support capital improvements at the library to consider contributing to that and supporting that. Since then, the Friends of the Library have been one of our main supporters of the Raymond Dunn Foundation. They're here tonight, Mr. Mayor, to make a presentation of $15,000 to the city, and which we appreciate. This is Elaine Garr and Ken Charters, who are the presidents and the vice president of the Friends of the Sierra Vista Public Library. You want to say a few words, Elaine?
I just want to say thank you to all the volunteers at the Friends of the Library who keep the bookstore open 7 days a week and do a fantastic job and earned last year $60,000, which goes to help David and the library.
It's just a pleasure to support such an important organization as the library and the good work that's done there. So,
Mr. Mayor, we certainly appreciate the Friends of the Library. Thank you all very much.
And for the public, where do the books come from that you sell?
They're all donated by various people.
What she really means to say is, when you're doing your spring cleaning, bring your leftover library over to the library. They have a way of turning it into money. Thank you very much. And our final, Ms. Simpson? Bertha Simpson is speaking on behalf of the Commission on Cultural Diversity, and the talk is our regular Cultural Connections talk.
Mr. Mayor, City Council members, and everyone who is present this afternoon. I'm Bertha Simpson with the Cultural Diversity Commission, and I will speak about, since this is May, the Asian Pacific American Heritage Month. Therefore, I will speak about the Asian Pacific Americans who have made a lasting impression on America's war efforts. The theme for Asian American Month is present, past, and future. This month of May was chosen to commemorate Asian Pacific Americans because of the immigration of the first Japanese to the United States on May 7, 1843, and to mark the anniversary of the completion of the Transcontinental Railroad on May 10th, 1869. The majority of the workers who laid the tracks were Chinese Americans. I will tell you about 3 Asian Pacific Americans who made lasting contributions to America's war efforts during World War II, Vietnam, and Afghanistan and Iraqi wars. During World War II, many of the men and women who enlisted put their lives on the line for their country while their families were being interred in concentration camps. These citizens suffered a lot of scorn from within their culture and without, because they were considered traitors by the other citizens, and especially by their culture. The first of these 3, and there were many, was Army Colonel Jimmy Kanaka. He served in World War II the Korean War, and the Vietnam War. At 20 years of age, he jumped to the chance to enlist in 1941. That was months before the attack on Pearl Harbor. After helping his parents relocate from their Oregon home to an Idaho internment camp, Colonel Kanaka took his skills as a medic to the 442 Regimental Combat Team. He was captured by German troops. He had escaped 3 times, and at war's end was the only non-Caucasian in the POW camp. Colonel Kanaka continued to serve his country during the Korean War and Vietnam War. Next, we have Army Captain Carolyn Kanaka. At the age of 6, she saw her family evicted from their California home and was interred in Poston, Arizona, in a concentration camp. I don't know where Poston is. When the family returned to California after the war, they found their home was burnt to the ground. In 1966, as an emergency room nurse, she decided to enlist in the Army. She served in the Army Nurse Corps in Fort Sam Houston, Fort Ord, California, and Long Binh, Vietnam. Last but not least is Sergeant Matthew Braata. He was born in Korea and he joined the Army in 1999, fresh out of high school. His intention was to pick an armored cavalry unit so that he could serve his country well. He did not want a skill per se for later life. He wanted to serve in the Army. He served in Bosnia and then was shipped out to Iraq in March of 2003. 8 months later, he was badly wounded by a roadside explosive device. Now he's out of the Army, and Sergeant Braata credits his military experience with giving his life purpose and direction. And I too served in the Vietnam era. I thank you for your attention.
Thank you, Ms. Simpson. City manager report, please.
Thank you, Mayor Strain, members of the council. We have 3 upcoming work sessions. The first is scheduled for June 4th. Notice a little difference in time at 2 p.m. here in the council chambers, and that will be a work session on our consultants Tischler Bice on our development fee schedule and also a report on our wastewater connection fees. On the 8th of June at 3 p.m., we have our regular update council work session, and that will feature a presentation by our Economic Development Foundation, and that will be at the conference room here at City Hall. And then on the 9th of June, also at 3 p.m. here in the council chambers, we'll have a discussion on 2 items. The first dealing with the Citizens Advisory Commission's recommendations regarding the award system, and a discussion regarding the private sales of animals in public places. Just 3 projects to update the public upon tonight. We received 12 bids for the Community Development Block Grant Sidewalk Ramps Replacement Projects. Deanna Construction was the low bidder and was awarded the contract in the amount of $208,000, which was just slightly under estimate. We rebid the Windrow Turner composting equipment project and received 5 bids for that. Those proposals are currently under review. And we've also advertised our fiscal year 2008-2009 capital equipment financing project. Those proposals are due on June 2nd. And that's all I have tonight. Thank you, Mayor Street.
Thank you, Mr. Patusic. Item number 2, the consent agenda. Mr. Mueller.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I move that the consent agenda, consisting of the regular city council meeting minutes of 14 May 2009 and resolution 2009-080, electrical utilities easement for the City of Sierra Vista Parks office building at Pete Castro Maintenance Center, be approved.
Second.
All in favor? It's unanimous.